Hi guys, this is Luella from Endless Cosplay, and I'm going to show you how to thread an Elna 664 Pro. I said I was going to do this a bit ago, and I didn't get around to it. So today we're doing it! Woohoo! So right now I have my machine threaded in black. I need to change it over to tan so I can do a bunch more surgery. So I'll show you guys how to do it. First off, let's look up. We're going to first remove all of our original threads. In my older machine, I would have just fed these through. With this one, not so much. I don't really need to. My older machine, I'd always have to pull it through for one particular loop because it was a pain to do. Well, with the Elna 664, I don't really have to do that, so that's great. So how you load this machine is right to left. So you start here and you work your way over. If you do it from here to this way, you're going to hate your life. It does not work. You must start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Count like the count here. Let's do a 1. So, to start off, take your string. You're loaded in the back there. You're going to go through this hole up here. And I wish my camera was a little higher so you guys could see this a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to angle this up a little bit more. So you go through the bottom hole, pull it out, then you're going to wrap it back around and through that top piece. So it goes out, back, and around. Out, back, around. So I'm going to lift this up here so you can see it. It should, that'll focus, look like that. Sorry, focusing is an issue and I can't just manually adjust it. It'd be too nice. So. Now, you're going to bring your string down. I'm just going to do this. Well, shoot, you guys got to see the top half. Dang it. Okay. Once we go from here, we're going to pull it down. Alright, trying to do this all one-handed is not easy. We're going to hook it into this and then pull it forward through the tensioner. Now that we're to that point, I'm not going to do that every single time. I'm just going to quickly do it. We need to take off a few things here. So, this perfectly angled so you guys can see what's going on, because this is the complicated area. Take off your lovely little tray that catches all the nasty goops, which is so amazing. Pull slide, and you open it up. So as you can see, I still got the black threads here, so I gotta get rid of them first. Lift your foot, take a hold of your tail, and you can just pull them out. So, alright. Pull this up a little bit closer now that we've got the gate down, and adjust it in here. Because I think this is the area where people had a lot of questions of how does this work. I'm going to turn this on to manual focus. Configure video. Sorry, this isn't an edited version. This is going to be me just a straight shot. I didn't have time to do an editing, but I had promised to do this a bit ago. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we're in focus. Perfect. Save. Okay. Alright. So this string here, as you can see, is number 1. So you follow the lines. This one goes to the green tabs here. Hold on, let me find a better pointer. There we go. This will help. The green will come through here, go down through here, over here, and we're going to push this down, and it'll make the next one that you have to thread it through pop out, which is what is really nice on this, instead of having to go crazy in. Now here, if you're only wanting to use two threads, which would mean using one and then one of the needles and nothing else, you would push this lever here down. Well, I'm not using just 2. I want to use all 4. This is also the position you would keep it in if you want it to be 3 to 4. So make sure this is up. If this is down, you're going to have problems. So we're going to take our needle, or our thread, not to the needle yet. Take our thread. I'm trying to make this so you guys can see everything, so it's a little more awkward for me working around this camera. Pull it through there. So now we've got it going through the top loop, down, then through this. We're going to pull this back behind here, through the green loop. Then we're going to get the scissors stuck to our new magnetic watch. Go through here. Made it a little shorter there. Through this point here. Now this is where it gets tricky. I'm going to move this just a little bit this way, hopefully, because you're going to be, oh, wow, that looks so much better for you guys. Let's just film the rest of it this way so you guys can totally see what I'm doing. It's totally awkward for me, though. Okay, so right now we're through here. Now this is the tricky part. You have to push this lever here. One of the directions, you push it up. No, up, down, there we go. Oh, look, there's a little thing here that says up. This is dirty. So you push this up. This kicks out this piece and this piece. These are what makes it so easy to thread. Instead of having to go through a weird little hole over here or something crazy, all you have to do, now that you've got those kicked out, remember you push this lever up. You're going to take your thread, you're going to pass it through the bottom here. Grab it, pull it up, and then you're going to pass it around this green hook, and then around this not green hook. It would have been great if it was green also. Would have made it so much easier. I'm sure this is the part that a lot of people miss, is this second hook. Okay. And then, let's see, I do not think I am in the exact perfect place. I'm going to move my gears a little bit, because I actually want this to be a little bit further back. So when I move my gears, it's the lowest knob. You're going to twist it slightly. And then you're going to thread this through that little hole there, which is really difficult to do and try to show you what to do. I think I'm still not exactly where I want to be. No, it's still not where I want it. And look, that's what happens when you do it too much. It's cut it and cut it. Okay. That's out. There, that's where I want it. Okay. It's a lot of finessing. And I totally dorked up that thread end, so let's cut it, redo it here. Alright. And we thread this bad boy in. There we go. Now we're through. And we follow this up by pulling it all the way through. Okay. Now once you've done this, you need to take this and you're going to push it down. That's going to kick all these mechanisms back in. Will it do it eventually? Probably so. Is it good for your machine to do it and not do it? Probably not. So make sure to do that. Then you're going to pull your thread all the way over. So 1 is threaded. Let's do number 2. So we do the same thing as the top again. I'm not going to drag this thing up there because it's going to be all out of focus and there's no point to it. There we go. Over, around, and through the loop. Pull it down, through the top piece again. Just clicks, pull over, and look, I'm down here with you guys again already. Alright, you're going to push it through the metal bit here. Now remember, do it 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. It's important because of how these guys crisscross. So, number 2 goes down to this little guy here, which is this one here, and then he's going to go from here up to here. So, push him through this loop, and then he goes up through this. And that's all the bottom. Once I get this thing in, that's all we got to do down at the bottom. So it's really not that hard compared to some of the older machines. Yes, it's not as easy as a baby lock, where it's auto-loading. Are those things amazing? Yes, they are very cool. Do they have tinctures? No. That makes them also very cool. They're all automated. Would I like one? Maybe one day. But I'm very happy with my Elna. Because honestly, this is not that hard. Make sure that doesn't get caught there. So make sure your threads end up looking like this. If you haven't seen how the baby locks work, it's worth going to your local store and just seeing someone load them. It's insanely easy. But I don't have $4,000 to drop on one, or how much ever they are. They're over my spending limit. Okay, now that we've got all this done, we're going to do our top two. So as you can see, 3 comes down over to the first needle. 4 comes down over to the second needle. So I'm going to reposition this so you guys can see the needle area. And I'm going to scooch over, up more. All right, and we're going to close this. It will not run unless that is closed, just FYI. There's a little button it has to hook on. Okay, focus. I want you guys to see that very top because it's a little confusing. Let me adjust my camera again. One day I'm going to load that fancy software I have for editing videos, and I'll have enough time to do the editing. Right now I'm just too busy sewing, which is a good problem. It's a good problem to be too busy. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we've done before. I'm just going to go ahead and do both of them real quick. Like, oops, and I was about to do it wrong. Through and around, through and around. Through and around. Let that one hang. Through and around. If you have your manual, it shows you how to do this part that is unseen at the moment. If I have people asking a lot, I will set up just one short clip just to do this and nothing else. Okay, so we're going to take our string, click it in, pull it down, and remember you have to do this one before this one. This is 4, this is 3. Pull it over, up and over, and down. And then position it. Drop your foot. It helps. So, now that we've got that there, lean down here. See this nice red, candy red button? You want to push this. Push your finger here and lift up. It exposes the needles. It makes it so much easier to thread. Pull over. Get yourself a little ample extra and thread your needle where you can actually see it instead of it being behind everything. Makes life so much easier. Let's grab this on the back, maybe. There we go. And he's threaded. Now we're going to do the same thing at the top again. Find the string, click, down, over, up, back down to the second one of these. There are 2 holes. There's one here and here. This is for 2, this is for 1. This is the only part that's a little dumb on having to do it in order. You have to slide this under this little bracket here. Angle that a little. There's a little bracket. You have to get this one over and to the far left and not tangled with the other one. Minor problems. We're going to push this back down in a second after we thread this guy in. Almost there. It's so... I swear I'm getting older. I can see the hole. I can see the thread. Why don't you go in? It'd be so nice if you just thread that needle like you're supposed to. There we go. It's even worse when you're on camera. Okay. Now you have successfully threaded your thing. But wait, there's one step more. And if you do not do this step, well, you're going to be repeating one thing. Make sure to push this red button and push this back down. If you do not, it will not automatically do it. It will just snap the needles because it will try to do its thing. That's not a good thing. I've broken 2 needles that way. Lift your foot up. I like all my threads in the same spot. I'm weird like that. I don't think you have to, but I like them all sitting nice and neatly to the side. Now let's see here. Let's see if I can make my goober any taller. Not without something for it to sit on. Hold on. Make things taller. There you go. Now you can see it. So as you can see, these now are nice and neat. Drop our foot, push our foot control down, and in theory, if I did everything right, it should start to chain. And then not chain, so I screwed something up. Over through the loop, over through the loop. All those look happy-okie dokie. Alright, so I've lost a thread. Let's figure out what I did wrong. Alright, I bet you it's down here. I bet you it's one of those first 2 I did. And survey says, yep, it's number 3 is wrong somehow, some way. Let's fix him. I probably went the wrong direction on one thing. I'm still trying to figure out how 3 and 4 are supposed to interlace, and sometimes that's a little bit of a problem when I'm threading. Let's get you guys in focus. There you go. Fixed. Okay. So it looks like this guy hopped out of his thing. It's just the nature of the monster. Let's pull him out. At least that's all I got to thread. And I think I'm just going to thread him in this position. And then wherever he's supposed to go should do what it's supposed to do. It'd be great if this video went perfect the first time, but you know what? I have found in teaching that showing the wrong way how to do things actually teaches people better than showing them the correct way the first time. But you know what? Everyone screws up. Okay, there we go. So I did learn how to trick this thing into thinking it's closed, so I can show you what this looks like when it's running. There's a little button here. I'm not going to show you how. I would not be the person to teach you how to override your safety functions. I will show you what it's supposed to look like, though, when you do override them. There we go. Alrighty. So in theory, this should work. Yep, there we go. All the nice mechanisms doing what they're supposed to be doing. And voila! You have successfully threaded your serger. Flop that back up. Put this bad boy back on. And you're good to go to town. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this solves some people's problems. I will do a way fancier video eventually once I figure out how to do editing and stuff and all that fun things. But here's a quick and dirty, this is how you do it. This is what you don't do. And this is what it should look like when it's working. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.